Hey guys, so I'm going to tell a story time today, and this is a story about how a random man walked into my house one day. And this was quite recently, I think it was like 2 weeks ago maybe. And I'm sorry if the lighting's a little weird. I have the window is like only on one side of me. I tried to even it out, but I just wanted to not sit on the floor today. Yeah, I'm just drinking my coffee and okay, I'm just gonna hop right into it. So in my neighborhood, there's only about like 22 houses. It's this tiny little cul-de-sac, and it's always been super safe. For the most part, nobody even knows that my neighborhood exists. But a couple years back, or maybe like a half a decade ago, I don't even know. All the years are like running into each other. There was a assisted living kind of thing that moved into my neighborhood. So there's a house all the way in the back of my street, and I guess they rent out rooms to adults with disabilities, I guess like mostly like mental disabilities, things like that, and they get money for the state, from the state for taking care of them, I guess. I'm not even 100% sure what they do. But the important part is that house is yellow, alright? Remember that. So every now and then I always walk my dog down the street, and I would see this old man with a very long beard, long hair, and just like a blue and orange blanket just over his shoulder all the time. And I just figured, oh yeah, okay, he's from the assisted living place, like whatever, I'm just gonna walk my dog, it's fine. And then one day I'm upstairs in my room and my mom is downstairs in the kitchen and the doorbell rings. And so my mom answers it, and it's the guy that I always see with the blanket on his shoulder, and he's like straight up to her face, like it was really funny.
He's like, "Is this where I'm staying?"
And just like stares at my mom, and she's like, no, this is not where you're staying. What address are you looking for? And he says, I'm not looking for an address, I'm looking for a yellow house. My house is yellow, so because my house is really the only house you can see that's yellow from like any part of the neighborhood until you get all the way to the back, he thought he lived there. He did try and open the door, but the door was locked. So he rang the doorbell, and my mom was like, no, well, there's a yellow house like up the street. And she's kind of just like, she kind of just laughed it off, like that's just weird, whatever. And so I don't know what this guy has. It seems like he has dementia or something like that, which is really sad, but it's also scary that he's just able to walk around wherever. Like, he can put himself in danger and there's nobody looking out for him, you know? So that happened. And then my dad leaves a lot, and he's gone for like 3 to 4 months at a time, but he was here for like 2 weeks, and luckily he was home this day. So I'm upstairs, and it's like in the evening sometime, like maybe 5-6 p.m. and I just am only in a robe. If you know me, I hate clothes. Like, as soon as I get home, like, I don't have my pants on, nothing. So I was just wearing a robe, and I was this close to going downstairs, mind you. And also, when my dad's home, he just leaves the door unlocked when we're home. He is really bad about that, like he just doesn't care. And like I said, my neighborhood's really safe, so it shouldn't really be a problem. And so I open the door from my bedroom, which is upstairs, and I walk out, and all of a sudden my dog is barking so like woo, 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 like super scary. But she does that a lot because she gets scared really easily, because she's kind of just a giant scaredy cat. And sometimes she's barked because I've opened my door to my room like really fast and it made a noise and it scared her. So I didn't really think anything of it. And then I'm like walking to my dad's desk, which is like right next to the stairs, and because I'm about to go downstairs, I was gonna feed my dog, and all of a sudden I hear like a man's voice, and I'm like, that guy is in my house, who is this? And I just look at my dad like, is there somebody like working on the house or something? Like, did you not tell me there was someone here? And my dad's just on his computer, and ever so casually he's like, oh, that guy must have walked into our house. So the guy who like thought he lived here and who walks around with a blanket on his shoulder walked into my house, and my dog was like, "You don't live here," like warning him away. And so he just walked out, didn't say anything, closed the door behind him. And I was just like, I felt so violated. I was like, I almost went downstairs and I'm just in a robe. Like, you don't want any random stranger walking to your house. Like, that was so scary. Luckily, my dog was there. If my dog wasn't inside, I don't think he would have known that he didn't live here, because if he truly doesn't know where he lives, like, he's not gonna notice that, like, the furnishing is different and stuff. And so I just was like so violated. Like, my dad went downstairs, made sure he left. It was so just terrifying. I don't know, it just made me so uncomfortable. Like, I know he didn't mean any harm or anything, but still, you just hear a random man's voice in your house and it's scary. And like, most of the time I'm home alone and my dad's not here a lot of the time. So it was really scary. So we double check always to lock the doors and things. However, a week goes by since the incident, and I'm trying to think what happened first. Yeah, okay. So, like I said, I'm pretty much always home alone, and I decided I wanted to take my dog for a walk down the street. And down the street is like, it's not far at all. And because I really don't want to carry extra things with me, I didn't lock the door because I just didn't even think about it. I've never had to lock my door to just walk down the street, you know? And, so I'm walking Zoe and I'm going down, and then I decide to come back up. And I'm almost to my house and I see the guy walking down my driveway, and I'm like, oh my god, he just walked into my house again. Like, this is not okay. I'm just like, it's honestly kind of frustrating because it's really scary to think that, and I know he doesn't mean any harm, but can you imagine just like walking into your house one day and seeing a random guy on your couch or a random guy in your bed or something?
Like, oh my god, it freaks me out so much.
So I get inside and I didn't see that my mom had come home since then, because she comes in through the garage and I came in through the front door. And I'm just coming inside, I'm taking my dog off the leash and everything, and I hear the garage door, like from the garage to the house, open, and I'm like,
my heart is like racing. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, what do I do? He's like in my house, I don't know what to do.
And it was just my mom, and I was like, Mom, I think he just, oh my god, he scared me so bad. Like, I think he just walked into our house again. And so, after a couple minutes, he comes to the door again, and my mom answered it, and she's like, you don't live here. And
He's like, I know, but where do I live?
my dog's barking letter ends. Hold on, Zoe! And he honestly doesn't know where he lives, and so I think we're gonna have to paint our house a different color, even though we just got it painted, because I don't want him walking in our house. And he's knocked and rang on the doorbell so many times since then, and I just don't want to answer anymore. It's like, oh, it's so annoying. But that is the story of how a random guy walked into my house and keeps thinking he lives here when he doesn't. I hope you guys found it entertaining, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.